Is Catalyst Pharmaceuticals stock a good buy? In this video, I'll touch on the latest news. I'll also review Catalyst within Tykr, and I'll let you know if this is a stock I plan to buy or sell. If you don't know who I am, my name is Tepper, and I'm the founder and CEO of Tykr. If you're new to investing or want to get better at investing, rest assured you're in the right place. Here at Tykr, we help people buy and sell stocks with confidence. All right, let's hit on the latest news. So their revenue is up 43% year over year over the last year. That was mostly driven by two of their main products, and I'm going to do my best pronouncing the product names here, but we have Firdapse and Agamree. We'll talk about those a little more in a bit, but those are the key drivers with the revenue increase. And in 2025, they're expected to increase their revenue significantly. So their 2024 revenue was $491 million. That's expected to go to over $545 million in 2025. So that's a pretty big jump. And then other news, they hired a new chief medical officer, William T. Andrews. He has 24 years experience in global pharmaceuticals, and he was previously president, CEO, and co-founder of Lighthouse Bio. All right, let's touch on some of those products that I mentioned earlier. So the first one is Firdapse, which helps with myasthenic syndrome. Essentially, this is muscle weakness and fatigue. Well, that was approved by the FDA in the last year, actually 2024, and now it's being launched in Japan here in 2025. So they're expanding the global footprint of that product. And then there's Agamree. What this product does is helps people with Duchenne muscular dystrophy, essentially treats muscle weakness and degeneration. This product was launched in 2024 and continues to sell well. And then the last one here to touch on is Fycompa. So this helps people with epilepsy and seizures. Now, they had a patent on this, and that exclusivity does expire here, which means there's going to be a bigger competitive footprint. So they may lose a little market share on drugs like that help people with epilepsy and seizures. So we have to keep that in mind if you're an investor here in Catalyst. But those first two products I mentioned, they seem to have pretty good momentum there. All right, so that's the latest news. Let's jump into Tykr and take a closer look at Catalyst. All right, so we'll be walking through the 7. I've mentioned this on other videos. If you're interested, you can go to Tykr and you can go to education and then down to calculations. We definitely separate ourselves from a lot of people out there, and that our calculations are open source for personal use, so you can see all the math behind the ratings. All right, so let's take a look. We're going to walk through the 7. The first thing to get to is that summary. Stocks in Tykr have a summary of either on sale, watch, or overpriced, and only about 15% of stocks make it to on sale. It's very hard to do. So Catalyst, as you can see here, is on sale. To get to on sale, you need a score. This is overall financial strength of the stock, a score of 50 or higher, and you also need a margin of safety of 50% or higher. So if you get to a score of 50 and a margin of safety of 50%, that's on sale. If you have only one of those at or above 50, then it's watch. And of course, if you miss both, then it's overpriced. So you can see here, the overall financial strength of this stock is incredible. 96, like just getting above 50 is hard, but that high, I'm very impressed. All right, then looking over here, margin of safety 80%. You can see the share price at 21 and the upside potential here over 100. That's incredible. What that's driven by, we use the EPS growth rate. The number one most important line on the financial statements is that EPS. If it's increasing, we use that growth rate. And somebody else that has really inspired us to do it that way is Phil Town. He also uses the EPS growth rate. All right, the next step is to look at that 4M confidence booster. You want to get over 80. In this case, we can see a 93. That's outstanding. We'll take a closer look at this. The 4M confidence booster, what we do here, essentially reduce hours, if not days of research down to seconds with a little help from OpenAI. We can see here, what are the 4M's? So the first one is that margin of safety, or the math part of investing. The second M is the meaning. How does the business make money? How many revenue streams does the business have, and how scalable are those revenue streams? Then you have the moat. This is how this business compares to other businesses in the same sector and industry. And then you have the management. That's the track record of the CEO. Putting all 4 together, thank you to Warren Buffett and the late Charlie Munger for giving inspiration there. And then Phil Town really coined the phrase 4M. We put a patent on this, actually. All right, so overall, if you can get An 80 or higher, that's really good. So again, 93 with Catalyst, very impressive. All right, next up, we scroll down to the 5-year returns. We know that past performance does not guarantee future results, but we like stocks that consistently beat the market, not 1 year, but 5 years. So the number I've memorized in my head is always 80%. That's what the S&P 500 typically returns on average. It can be a little higher, a little lower, but in this case, we can see Catalyst is 339 over 5 years. That is incredible. All right, we're almost done here. We'll go to the financials tab. Go to that EPS, again, the number one most important line, and check this out. We go from 37 cents up to 47, and then flat at 47, but still we are matching. Ideally, we want to see that increase. So looking pretty good there. If you look at the history here, looking really solid, especially since it looks like September of 23 was well into the negative. They made a lot of improvements to the profitability since. So really, really good sign since then. All right, the last screen to look at would be that earnings calendar. We want to invest in stocks that are consistently beating those earnings estimates. If you can increase your EPS and at the same time beat your earnings estimates, that's a really good sign. So looking at this stock, their latest earnings here beat by 28%. Prior to that was 118. That's incredible. Look at that. It was estimate of 32. They came in at 70, just blew it out of the water. So looking good. Let's go to the 7 tab. Of course, if you're curious, you don't have to go through the manual 7 like I did. You can just click on the 7 tab. You can also filter, and I'll show you that in a second. You can also filter by the 7, but let's click this and see what we get. 6 out of 7. That's outstanding. Out of the 50,000 stocks in Tykr, only about 20 of them get to a 7 out of 7. So 6 out of 7 is still pretty good. All right, let's go to the assets tab. I'll show you a quick filter here. I'm going to clear my filters. I have the 7 turned on. If you're curious, you can go to personalize. You can turn on and off columns, and then you can arrange the order. All right, so let's go to the 7. We've got it sitting right here. I'm going to change this from 5 to 7. You can see here 59,000 stocks in Tykr, so a little higher than 50. That number changes every day because stocks are always going public and then going back to private, shuffling in and out. All right, so let's go apply. See, okay, so that changes to 1,000. Let's adjust that a little further. We'll go 6. That's 246. And then, of course, let's change that to 7 just for kicks. Get about 20? Yeah, 25. So pretty close. All right. Now, before I talk about what I'm doing with this stock, I want to give a little context. I tend to avoid pharma, biotech, medtech, anything in that arena because one government regulation can cause a stock in that industry to tank overnight. This is very common. I want to share a quick story with you with a friend of mine who has worked for public biotech farm companies. Here's one for you. This blew me away. This happened in the last week. He's like, Sean, here's a situation with pharma. And he's like, you're totally right with being very cautious, but this is what happens when you submit a new drug or product, whatever you're working on, to the FDA, Food and Drug Administration. You have to be very specific with what you're targeting. If it's certain levels or certain metrics or whatever the data is, you have to be really specific. So they submitted a drug and they gave one estimate, not a range, but they gave an estimate where they expected it to hit. Well, it didn't just hit the number, it surpassed it. But the Food and Drug Administration was like, your numbers are great, but your accuracy is way off the board. We can't be dealing with businesses that are inaccurate. For that reason, we're kicking the can down. And they didn't phrase it like that. They're like, we're going to kick the can down the road another 6 months, and then you can resubmit. You need to be specific with where you're targeting. So that was a big lesson learned is you can't say what you expected to reach and then have better numbers. You have to give a range and it has to be really specific. It's kind of like if you're a golfer, I play golf, I'm not going pro anytime soon, but let's say you're off the tee and you're like, I want to hit it exactly 250 yards, not 240, not 260. It's got to be 250 in the head. And if you miss that, you can't play. That's like really hard to do. I mean, most pros can drive it over 250, but like to be specific on what you're targeting, that's very difficult. But it was a shocking moment where I was like, even if they beat the number, it's better for the patient. It's still, you don't have your accuracy dialed in, and you have to be very specific. So for those of you investing in Catalyst, just be careful. Of course, any other pharma stocks, just try to be careful. In my case, am I buying or selling this stock? The answer is no, I am not. I do have it on my watch list. I do enjoy seeing stocks like this really taken off that have really strong financials, but because of the risks, if one government regulation changes, ouch, the share price can nearly be cut in half overnight. Not saying it will, but that's just one of the big risks. I hope this video provided good context on Catalyst as well as the biotech pharma industry. Now, if you want to know what stocks to buy and sell, as well as see my portfolio, you can join Tykr for free. Now, don't buy and sell stocks based solely on what you hear. Only buy and sell stocks that align with your own personal financial goals. Thanks for checking out this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.